there. I'm going to be frying some panko shrimp today, and I've also boiled some shrimp. It's in the fridge now. But I'm going to show you how I make the best crispy fried shrimp you've ever had. I've got most of my shrimp cleaned. Went and bought them. They were already deveined and shelled and all that, but I have the tails on so that they'll have a grabbing, like a little handle, you know. So I've just got a few shrimp that I need to clean, and all I'm going to do is well, they do have a shell on, but they look like this, and they're already cut. So all I have to do is peel off these shells, hang on to the tail, and what I do is I flatten them out. These are those really big colossal shrimp. And this is what I mean when I flatten them out. I just, see this little part right here, the center? I just flatten it out. I've got, let's see, got one more to do, and I'll show you how I do it. Get it there. See how this is, it still has the shell on, but it's already split. And what I do is I hold on to the tail and I peel off that shell and trying to hang on to this tail, because that, like I said, is the handle when you go to eat. Okay, there's the shell. And what I'm going to do is just kind of take my finger and flatten it out all the way. See, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Okay. Keep my towel here. Okay, so what I have is just some plain old all-purpose flour, about a half a cup. I've got 2 beaten eggs with about a teaspoon of water, and I have a cup of panko breadcrumbs, these non-seasoned, because I'm going to be seasoning them. And I'm going to be putting in a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of paprika, and a half teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm just going to mix that into my panko. Nothing else gets seasoned, just the panko. Okay, so I'm going to go and heat up my oil, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to begin with breading the shrimp. So here's one of the shrimp, and you see how it's flattened? One of the tail pieces, or the shell of the tail, came off of some of these, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lightly bread the shrimp into the flour, like so, see? Then I'm going to dip it in my beaten egg mixture, hanging onto the tail. I'm not going to go all the way in with that. And then drip off as much egg mixture as I can. Then in it goes to my seasoned panko breadcrumbs. And I have about 16 or 17 of these. And here you go, see, both sides. And I'm just going to put it on a plate until I'm ready to go fry them. So I'm just going to continue to do all these. Okay, so I had to finish all the breading of the shrimp. I don't remember if I told you when you do this, you make sure to pat your shrimp dry. You don't want them all drippy wet when you put them in the flour. So you put them in there as dry as possible, then in the egg mixture, then into the panko bread crumbs, and now we're just waiting for the oil to heat up to 350. So we just got a little bit more time to go. I've got a pan over here lined with paper towels and a rack. So when I'm done putting those shrimp on, cooking the shrimp, I just put them on here. And here's what they look like. There's about 17 of them. And then I have a whole bunch of shrimp that I've boiled, and it's in the refrigerator sitting on ice. So we'll have those as shrimp cocktail. Okay, yes, we are there. So I'm going to put about half of these in. And these don't take long to cook at all because they're shrimp and they're flattened. So cook even faster. Yeah. Okay. The more you have in here, I think it takes a little bit longer to cook because the oil cools down. So what I'm wanting to do is just make sure these are golden brown, and I'm going to be putting them on that rack to drain. Now I'm flipping them over already. You could do this in a deep fryer or a deeper pot. I just didn't want to use that much oil, so these are beautiful. And you don't want to overcook shrimp. You just want them done because the egg and everything is cooked. But you don't want tough, rubbery shrimp. To me, it's a cardinal sin to overcook seafood. Hope everyone's having a good day today. We had a really good church service today. Okay, so let me show you what they look like. See that? That is done. So I'm going to take these out and I'm going to do the second batch. And then I'm going to keep them in a warm oven just to keep them warm. They won't continue to cook. I keep it on it's a setting, it's warm. And in my other little oven over here, I'm going to be making Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. So, anyway, let me get these in. I love seafood. I get the colossal shrimp because you can buy the jumbo, but for some reason, when I get jumbo, they look just like medium size or large. I want to know I'm eating seafood. And it might cost a little more. You might get less in a bag than you would the smaller, but actually, you get bigger shrimp. So you're still going to get fed, you know what I mean? And you get full. My favorite shrimp that I get, I mean, they're all good, I guess, but the Great Value is where I usually go. They have the best price for the colossal. So, when a lot of times you can get them on sale. I probably should have waited for this oil to come back up to temperature. That's why I'm standing here. I just don't want these things to be soggy. I want them to be crisp. Okay. Believe my shrimp are cooked nice and crisp. going to give one of these a taste. Got me some cocktail sauce. I have tartar sauce too if anyone wants it, but give me some cocktail sauce. Woo, that came out a little fast. Get one of these babies. Look at that. Hot. Mmm. Tender, moist, juicy. Overcooked shrimp to me is rubbery and it tastes bad. You gotta make this. Delicious. Okay, so that's it. And I just wanted to share with you my panko breaded butterfly shrimp. You'll have a blessed day, and I will see you again.